Men will have 2, 3, 5,000 girlfriends and be worried about what you doing and then get mad and talk shit because you don't want to be a part of the circus. Like, what?
Hello, everyone. Today we are discussing a man and his roster. A roster in dating refers to the practice of seeing multiple people at once, juggling a list of potential partners to choose from, and ranking them from most favorite to least favorite. The roster. We are going to be hearing from some different individuals who will explain how the roster works, how a guy figures out who to rank where, and we will get an understanding of if we may be on a man's roster.
Ladies, respectfully, most of y'all are on a roster. Especially if you up with a man of quality. Shoot, it'd be a nigga on the corner with $300. Shoot, this nigga might not even have a place. He could be a homosexual. And no matter what kind of man he is, he has a roster. And depending on his status, depends on the level of roster. Now, you could be the star player, you could be on the bench, aka side chick, or somebody just smacking on. You know, you could be the superstar, you know, the main attraction, you know. But you in a position, and depending on how you look, how sexy you are, how you carry yourself, for like you move up and down on his pecking order, on his roster. But he has a superstar, and that superstar is gonna stay the superstar. He might have two, he might have a big three. You never know. But to think that you're the only woman that he's working on, please, this is we about to be in 2026. Let's accept the harsh reality that it's way too many men out here. It's way too many women out here than men, and men are capitalizing on it. And it's so accessible that it's hard for a man to just be sitting there and be like, "Damn, this pussy's so good. I'm only gonna fuck her for the rest of my life." No.
I had to just jump in. I really like what this gentleman had to say because he's letting you know the mentality of some men. This is not the mentality of all men. Let me just put that out there because some men don't want to be with multiple women. You know, we could go on and on with the problem with being with multiple partners, but not every man thinks like this. Do I think a lot of men think this way? Yes. And some men only live this lifestyle in their youth, you know, in their younger age. And as they mature, they do better. This man, I think he dropped a lot of jewels. And what he's saying is for these type of men that have a roster, how they think. A man could have plenty of money or no money. If he can get multiple women to entertain him, he would. So I wanted to just jump in and just put it out there that don't think because you are dating someone less attractive or you're dating a man of lesser quality that he's going to automatically be faithful to you. Learn how to pay attention to a man's action, aka his character.
Things men will never tell women, but are very obvious. Men with a roster tend to end phone calls with you early due to a pre-existing tier list already in their head up until the time they had their first interaction with you. We all know that they got a roster, but that's old news. But they organize the roster from least relevant to most relevant, especially when it comes to phone calls. Like, they prioritize you, but not in a way that's in your best interest at all. They do it in a certain order. Who can tolerate the most, who's the most attractive while tolerating the most, etc., etc. And then they had their star player who they drop everything for. She's the reason why he has you in a placeholder position right now. And the only way that'll ever not be a thing is if he chooses to not pursue her anymore on his own terms, not yours. You can't change him. He prioritizes what he chooses to prioritize, and attention can only be bribed for so long until he realizes that he's more in love with what you give and offer him than actually you. You're just a vessel that carries perks for him. You're not an entity he cares about, only cares about you in pieces, but I digress. In his head, he knows, sorry, gotta go walk my cactus with girl on tier level 2, but he's not gonna tell you that, so he camouflages it as the most convenient excuse that he could pull out of his ass. And that could usually take place in one night. Mind you, the tiers won't go back down to listen reverse. They usually go upwards. He usually only calls up. Unless he's feeling really in the mood. At that point, he's usually going to take whatever he can get. And that's also if women on tier number 4 ain't doing what women on tier number 3 is doing. And sometimes you could even get demoted or promoted like it matters, because you don't even know that it's happening in real time, and he's not going to be dumb enough to tell you or label them in his phone. Usually. He usually just memorizes it. He doesn't really need a tracker. But nonetheless, it never goes back down, which is why a lot of y'all get hit with the "I'll call you back, I gotta go do something real quick," and then real quick turn into 9 hours with no specifics. Or he keeps a conveniently scapegoated reason that he uses amongst his whole roster. And he'll recycle it for a time or two, and then he'll switch it up out of nowhere because he can't have y'all catch on to it. It used to be my mama calling me because that was the one he could use the most conveniently and it would never get questioned. So he can make the swiftest escape. He knows you're going to feel too guilty to question, or you'll get guilt tripped if you question. And why would you? It's his mama. And if it does get questioned, he's going to make you feel like the because how dare you question his fake phone scenario. The fake scenario that doesn't even exist. He hasn't talked to his mama in 3 days. Oh, and the list can go however high he decides to build it due to our population. He can have a tier list of 20, 30, 10, 5. A roster could be damn near infinite, but logically speaking, he needs time to sleep, so it usually doesn't reach to that point. If he got Riz, then he in biz. The only thing separating you from being an option to him is sleep, nap time. That's it.
For a guy, what is a roster?
You got to have the trusty point guard. You got to have your 3-point shooter, the one that gets the rebounds, the one that's up at 3 in the morning, the one that is the main shooter, so the one that drives to you. You also need the one that's just good there, the one with the team player, the one that understands, the one that you talk to. And then you need your sixth man. Their sixth man is just that girl you text once a month.
What is it about the girls on your roster that makes you not want to wipe them up?
The fact that I was able to put them on the roster.
And that is the tea, ladies. All right. That is, I need every girl listening to this right now. That is the tea. Y'all don't want to end up on a roster. Don't give them the power of being on the roster. Okay.
So we were given some information of if a man has a roster, how he may be positioning his players on that roster. These guys used terms like star player, point guard, shooter, rebounder. They have really broken this down to a science. And for us ladies listening to this, it just makes you think, oh my God, I wonder if a guy has me on his roster. And if I am on the roster, what's my position? Okay. This particular guy, he said, you are just a vessel that carries perks for him. So if you're a woman who finds yourself on some guy's roster, there is a perk that this guy is getting from you and all the other girls that he's entertaining. He also said, and all this stuff that's going on, you don't even know because most likely the guy is not being honest with you. Okay? And I think that is the difference between like the good and bad of dating. You have some men who will let you know that he's not looking for anything serious. And you could assume that he has a roster. And you as the lady can determine if you want to be a part of that roster or not. Then you have the guy who is like a snake, a liar, who is also a cheater, who will have a roster and be lying and just manipulating his way in all of these different women's lives. Okay. So for the most part, women are dealing with the type of guy who is not being honest. Okay. You have to know that if you are in your mind in a relationship with a guy who may have you on a roster but not telling you, that this is not a man that you can try to plan a future with. Because if you have to get in investigative mode, if you have to get your Inspector Gadget gear out and become a private eye to find out what he's doing, he is so untrustworthy. And he will only cause you further heartache in the future. So if you are on a roster, you have a lot of work to do. in determining if you want to play the game and if you value that man enough to know that he is working you and some other people, and the same things he's doing with you, all the intimate moments, all the sweet talks, he's doing it with you and 1 or 2 or 4 or 5 other women. Is that where you want to be in life?
You know you're on that man's roster, girl. The reason you haven't heard from him in a while is because you're on the bench right now. You were not even a starter. He's not planning on putting you in the game anytime soon. Imagine, you're on the far side of the bench. He's honestly probably thinking about trading you soon because he spotted some fresh talent recently scrolling on his timeline. He's on the dating apps. He's out in these streets. I don't know why you're still making yourself available for this man. Release yourself, save your dignity, and take your name off the roster. You don't want to be on this team of women that he has in rotation. Trust me, he's using all of them to make himself feel like a winner. They're there to stroke his ego, to make him feel like he's in such high demand because he's got all these women playing for his heart. Like, this is damn love and basketball. Oh my God, I want to play for your heart. And they're playing, girl. Blood, sweat, lots of tears, probably fighting with each other over this man. They're trying to play it cool, but no, they're exhausted, emotionally, physically, mentally drained, but I guess they think he's worth it because all these other women want him, right? They desperately want him to keep choosing them. Stop the madness. I'm assuming you're still around because he gave you decent playing time before. Hell, you were probably the star player at one point in time. You thought that you would bring this man into retirement, make him realize that he doesn't need a team of women. One woman is all he needs. But no, he needs the validation from multiple women. He's not looking for commitment. He loves the game, and I wouldn't expect him to stop playing anytime soon. Walk away. If you're actually looking for love, you shouldn't have to play any games for it.
I'm going to tell you something and you're not going to want to hear it. Yeah, again. If that man only wants to see you on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday and never on the weekends, like you're never the weekend girl, you're on his roster. There are more girls. It is not just you. I don't care what he said. Friday, Saturday, and I guess like Sundays really, but that's an iffy one. That's for the main girl. That's for his dream girl. That's for the girl he actually wants. So if that man is always suggesting midweek, come over, let's watch a movie at my house, never do that, at my house on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, he doesn't actually like you. He's using you. And you're probably saying yes to his whims for free, which is just stupid. If you are this girl, I'm going to give you a little tip to find out if you're on the roster. Suggest next time that he says come over during the week, no, I'm not available. But I am available on Friday or Saturday night. And I would love you to take me to dinner. That would make me feel good. If he says no, honey, he doesn't really like you, and you need to block that man. If he says he's busy, he is. With another girl, the one he actually wants, and it's not you.
And this young lady here said, you know you are on that man's roster. Okay, so you don't want to be delusional. You want to get out of la la land, out of delusion and out of the clouds, come down to reality. Are you in a real relationship with your man? Is he doing things like hot and cold? Is he breadcrumbing you? Is he ghosting you or gaslighting you? These are all the same signs and tactics that can give you signals of if this is happening to you. Do you ever wonder if you're the only one? Have you asked your man, is he seeing anyone else? So you have to read the signs because every player is not honest. Some players get a high, get a fix off getting away with their dirt. So it's the same things a man do normally that you question the relationship. He is inconsistent with his communication. He's inconsistent with the time that he gives you. He may be avoiding the label, or he may not talk to you about the future. He may be the type of person that if you try to plan a date, he'll tell you yes, but that never happens. Whenever you see this man, is normally on his terms and when it's convenient for him. And one of the biggest signs is his phone is 100%, 90%, 95% off limits to you. You don't know his password. You don't have access to his phone. His phone is always face down or not even in your eyesight. This secrecy is a clue that he may not be being 100% honest, open, and transparent with you. Okay, so if you have a feeling that you might not be the only one, don't just listen to this man's words. If he's telling you baby, you the one, baby, I'ma marry you, baby, I only have eyes for you. If he's telling you all the right things, but his actions don't match up, it's probably something else going on. And you just need to, go with that. Look into it, of course, but make the best decision for yourself. You know deep down that you don't want to be some man's option. You deserve better. You deserve more. You deserve to have a guy who meets you, loves you, and want to settle with you. And not a man that's just playing a field. That's not good. And that is not what a man does when he is exclusive or fixated on you. He is not worried about other women. He doesn't want to cheat. He doesn't want to play the field when he is in love with you and committed to you. Okay.
This is how you tell the difference between a man who wants a relationship versus a man with a roster. Welcome to the Daddy Academy. A man that has a roster or has you on a roster spot, or he's just looking to casually hook up with you, you're going to hear from him and you're going to see him. It's just going to be inconsistent, and there won't be an alignment between his words and actions. Okay, for example, maybe you'll talk on like a Tuesday and there'll be some sort of exchange where you're like, let's do something this weekend, and be like, yeah, let's do something this weekend. And then the weekend comes and you do nothing. That is a man who knows how to feed you the right amount of breadcrumbs, right? Talk to you a lot. You'll hear from him a lot, but you're not going to see him a lot, right? So words, actions not aligning. A man that's pursuing you to be his girlfriend, if he says, I want to see you this weekend, he's going to make sure he sees you this weekend, or he's at least going to try. And I always say, right, in that first month of dating, 1 date per week, okay? You want to see how a man is showing up for you over that extended period of time, okay? That's how you could see truly what his intentions are, right? If you just let this guy take you out 3 times in 1 week, you have no idea what his true intentions are for dating you. Anybody could be free a few days in a row and go bam, 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 try to hook up with you and move on. If you make a man sort of earn the right to more access to you over a month, you can see how he's going to operate and whether his texting, what he says, and what he does is consistent. Anybody can be consistent if you hang out Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, boom, 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 right? Is he consistent over a period of time, and is it ramping up? Is he making plans? Is he following through with the plans? Is he texting? Is he following through with what he said? You need to experience the guy over that period of time to sort of notice these things. So a man who wants to make you his girlfriend, he is going to check all these boxes. He's going to follow through with what he says. He's going to be consistent. The communication and the cadence of you seeing him is going to ramp up over time. A fuckboy or a guy with a roster, it's going to be inconsistent. He's going to say one thing, do something else. It's going to be wishy-washy, up and down, and you're going to be a little confused.
And this gentleman gave us a good explanation of looking at the man's actions and character, okay? And also the need to take your time. Try to slow down the pace of things so you can make a good decision on moving things forward with this man. Great advice.
Yo, if you're hollering at a guy that has a roster, you know he got a roster, this is why he does have it, and this is what to do about it, and this is where you stand in all of it.
Now, I've been in these streets. I'm street certified. I used to be the Mr. Datey McGee, so I know what I'm talking about here, okay? And I will say, if you're hoping to get out of this roster, get upgraded to a relationship, you're in straight Delulu land. And I don't want to hear no, well, I'm number one, Eli. I hang out all the time with him. He hangs out with me the most. Girl, you are literally in VIP, all-inclusive, first-class ticket to Delulu land, or you're already there already. Because he don't care about you. He don't care about you. He likes you when he likes you. You're number one when he wants you to be number one. You are a rent-a-girlfriend at best. At best. And you will never be graduated into that because you already set the standard and self-respect of how he sees you. Why do men do this? Why do men do that, Eli? Why are they wasting my time? Because you let them? Because you let him. And this man is showing you without a shadow of a doubt, and maybe he's lying or breadcrumbing or what have you, but he's showing you month after month, year after year, that you ain't nobody of special or nothing. And why do you guys do this? It's because why would I have one flavor of ice cream at the ice cream shop when I could have every single flavor I want? And the only women that are in this rotation are women that don't speak up and enable and allow this behavior. And should he be better? Sure, but he's just not in the era to really settle down or anything. And he probably likes the idea of you in a relationship, but he doesn't like the idea of himself. So he'll maybe make you treat you well or treat you good or whatever. Maybe it builds this delusion, but you're not going to be anything because men care about the things that they will care about, and they protect those things that they care about. And if he does not care about you, he's saying you go hook up with John or Steve or Esteban. I get you when I get you. Because I promise you, a man who actually wants to be with you will actually want to be with you. And then you will look back on this and say, wow, it never had to be this difficult. And you deserve that. You're freaking fantastic. Don't waste all this dang time. Your mom, your dad, and all that worked too dang hard for you to get this far. And you're going to over here dim your light and be a part of a roster because some guy and because his own issues and his own lack of vulnerabilities, that's, man, and it's not your job to fix it. It's not your job to fix it. It's between him and Jesus and Maury Povich and whoever else.
Now, ladies, if you have figured out for yourself that you may be on this guy's roster, one of a few or one of many, what are you going to do? Are you going to play the game while this man plays the field? Are you going to be okay being the star player, the rebounder, the point guard? Are you going to just keep shooting for the top role? If that's your choice, more power to you. There are a lot of women in this world who have decided to be okay being woman number two, the side chick, or being the main chick, knowing that there are others. It's a lot of women that's okay with that, and I have nothing but love for you. This is to the women who may be on a roster. You may really care about this man, but you have to recognize that if he really cared about you, there would be no roster. Okay? So in reality, if he has been giving you pieces of him, the best thing that you can do is walk away. You have to respect yourself more than you love him, because it's a two-way street. If you respect your body and you respect yourself, he should respect your body and respect you enough to let you know about what he's doing in the spare time that he's not with you. So if you do not want to be on the roster, but you really truly love this man, sometimes walking away is the best thing that you can do. If he really loves you, then he would not have a roster. So if you can find the strength to walk away, it'll let you know how this man really feels about you. Because 9 times out of 10, when you walk away and you stand your ground and you let him know, I'm not playing this game anymore, whether you are honest with me or not, I don't think I'm the only one, and I want better for myself. If you start having this conversation with this man, he probably just blow you off and go find something else to do. Or if you have this conversation, if he truly loves you then he will pump the brakes and he will stop everything and let you know, hey, you misunderstand me. I only want you, and y'all could ride off into the sunset. So if you are tired of being on the roster, to remove yourself from the lineup, you have to stop acting like a starter, stop believing the lies and living in Delulu, and recognize that you're not the only one. He hasn't given you the girlfriend title or being 100% faithful and loyal to you. So get off of the bench and stop playing the game. Okay? Pull back, and you don't have to even announce it to him. Stop texting him first. Stop calling him first. Stop asking him, when am I going to see you? Stop saying that you miss him. Pull your energy and your effort back and match his. Respond less, initiate nothing, and match his efforts. Okay? This is if you don't want to be a part of the roster. And this is if you can see yourself moving on to a more healthier man in a more healthier relationship than whatever this situationship is. Ask this man a direct question only once. Am I the only person that you're involved with? Where is this between me and you going? Get you one good question and wait on his response. Don't just go to venting and telling him how you want to get married and have children. Ask the question and wait for him to respond. Okay? We are talking about getting off this roster. Stop competing with women you have never met. If this man is entertaining multiple women, he is not confused. He is undecided and comfortable playing the field. And he only sees you as an option if he has a roster. Okay? And what you can do is set your boundaries. Stop accepting the bare minimum, the breadcrumbs, the hot and cold. Set some healthy boundaries for yourself. Take some time to heal. So when the right man comes with the actions and the character that you desire, you are ready to move forward and you're not still pent up about your past. Okay? We are going to know how to recognize the man we're dating. It has a roster. We know where we are on that roster, and we know whether we want to stay on that roster or not after watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we will talk soon.